Ahead of the new season, same excitement, hunger as ever?
Yep. Isn't that good? So, no. It is. So, all seasons are different. We never know what will happen. You never... Big expectations, dreams, all this kind of stuff. And from now on, we can be a bit more influential. So, because everything else is nice and important, what we did now in the last few weeks. But the real tests coming now. So,
what will be different from you this season, do you feel? Particularly when we hear Trent saying he sees this season as being a bigger challenge because of the expected improvement, not just from City, but from Chelsea, Spurs and Arsenal.
And United.
And United. And
Newcastle. And somebody sitting now at home and thinks, if we are alive, oh, you forgot us. So, no, that's how it is. Huh? It's always like this. Of course, the season's finished. You make an analysis or not, and then it's already clear. So the next one will be more difficult. That's how it is. But it's yes, all the teams. I think all the teams improved pretty much. Everybody tries to improve in the transfer market, using experience from last season, and these kind of things. And then, but the only thing we can really or have to think about is our own stuff, and that's what is necessary anyway. If the other teams wouldn't do anything better than the last year, for example, and it was difficult enough, then we have to improve anyway, and that's what we try. Little tweaks, little like building on the stuff we know we can do, and getting there a bit more variety in stuff like this, being more dominant in moments with and without the ball. So a lot of football stuff we were thinking about, and we tried to help the boys to do that it becomes natural, let me say like this, with training sessions. Enjoyed the pre-season, most part of it, and yeah, so I'm positive, but that's a problem. It's a bit my nature, so we will see.
How do you view the test that you faced on the first day as well? There's been obviously quite a bit of business done between the two clubs over the recent period.
Yeah, but it's a bit. It's like with Southampton or whatever in the past. Yeah, Fulham is doing really well. So, and did last year extremely well. I met Marco now at a managers meeting in London, and yeah, getting promoted by playing football is for me one of the hardest things to do in this championship. I didn't ever play all football, but being a real football playing side, more possession, all these kind of things, not that much. Set pieces are important, but not the main thing. All these kind of things, so it gets all my respect, and that's what Fulham did. With a really good team, but now they obviously have. Well, Fabio was an important part of that team. Harry is an important part of that team. I think he's injured, so these kind of things are, well, of course, difficult. And in the week before we play a team, or a few days before we play a team, I read a little bit about them, and not only watch games, but read a little about them, and then you see there's obviously they think they have still a few problems to solve in the transfer market. So, but it's not. I'm not the third for sure, maybe the fourth time in a row that we play the champion of the last championship season, or which is always like full of confidence. The opponent, now it's away. Fulham will be tough. Definitely will be a completely different game. I'm happy that we played the City game, to be honest, because we gave out a little bit of a hint where we are. But it's a completely different game, and we have to be ready for that.
Just to check, has there been anything to change your mind over adding further to your squad before that deadline?
Yeah, in a moment, yes. We have too many injuries, that's true. But in a moment, nothing changed. So it's a lot of unlucky situations. Like started with Diogo. Like pretty much, one was injured, the other one got re-injury. It was not 100% clear as well when he You know, there's no criticism, because maybe you make a story of everything what I say, but it's like this. He's with the national team. Both of them are with the national team. There's a diagnosis. We get the diagnosis. We cannot now. We trust the diagnosis. That's completely normal. But you are then not in a full process all the time. The national team takes over in moments. We try to step in as early as possible. So, but for Diogo, man, it was obviously slightly too early, or the injury was different in the first place. So we're already fine. It's like in a few weeks' time they will be back, but they were not in the preseason, which is not cool. Then Costas, obviously unlucky in a training situation, but I saw him now. He was out on the pitch, so he might be, in his opinion anyway, might be ready to train next week, which is helpful. Ibu in a challenge in the game against Strasbourg. What happened there? We have to see how long it will take. But he's out for a while. So these kind of things. It's and I forgot now 100%. Oxley, of course, and these kind of things. So that's not cool. But we cannot solve the problem that we had for 4 weeks with a transfer for a full year. That makes now, in a moment at least, no sense for us. But the transfer window is open, so we will see. But the plans don't go in that direction.
Can I just complete the injuries
yes.
as well, or hopefully fit players? Allison?
Fine.
He's okay. Curtis, do we know, is there any update on how Curtis is? I know he's still got the boots on.
Yeah, so we hope with Curtis we call the right moment. That's just how it is with young players. They have some kind of stress reactions in sometimes, and when they go over it, because it's not massive pain, but it could lead to something serious. We caught it early, but still have to be careful now. And that's it with him. You know, he's not in.
And Naby still ill?
No, he's ill. No, but I think he will be back today, the first day, so I underestimated that a little bit. So he, as I said, he will definitely be fine. But he came yesterday in, and still some little symptoms, no COVID, but it's not right. And I guess that he will be back today, but he's not. He's
Kevin as well.
Sorry.
You touched on Kevin Kelleher.
Yeah.
How is he? Is he?
Oh, he's still a few weeks away.
Okay. I know you mentioned Fabio briefly there, but obviously with it being Fulham as well, it seems a good time to ask about him, about how he's settling in and how ready he is to push for that first team place.
Top, both great. He's a top player. I really love it. Massive talent. Really good kid, and really happy to have him. So yeah, very important for us, because we count on this age group as well. We don't wait now, say, until they are 22, 23 or whatever, and then we use them. No. He's ready, like Harvey is ready in a similar age group. So that's really cool. And we all need luck in life as well, like with injury and stuff like this. But without that, he will be a really important player for us.
Thank you.
Carl, in the midset.
I just asked you about Diogo Jota signing his contract. How important is that for him to sign the contract, and how excited are you to have him back in your squad as well?
I don't have him back in my squad, but I will be then very excited when I have him back. Also, I had breakfast with him this morning, so sometimes it must be enough. Yeah, top. Recommitment to the club. He's not even close to his limit. There's so much more to come. He's a very smart person and smart player. Delivered already, can improve a lot. Really excited about that. It's really good news for the club. It's good news for him as well, because we are a pretty good club. But it's a really win-win situation. Can't wait to work with him again. So it was like this preseason didn't happen too often, or not at all. It was one session actually. But it's good having him around, because he's quite a character. A really early in his life already. A really what is that? Responsible person, reasonable person. So he knows what to do to be successful in different areas, and that's it's good to have him.